Hi babies and welcome back. Today I've got something special for you and I really gonna need you to listen, enjoy the video and see how you like it and then let me know because this is gonna be something brand new for me and for you as well. So there are a lot of shows slash camps slash training kind of shows out there right now like A2K or Dream Academy, right? Those are the two that are by the biggest companies right now. And I really want to see what we're gonna get in the future because all these people, all these young girls and young guys are gonna eventually debut and they are gonna be the brand new sensation. So it's really cool to see them on their journey to success, basically. So today I would like to look at their potential. I would like to see them now untrained. I want to see what they're coming with. What is their like base? Let's look at A2K. We're gonna be looking at the first singing episode, which is vocal evaluation starts. Also very quickly, please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. I will be doing a couple of votings exactly for this there. So there are going to be polls and there are going to be suggestions open. So don't forget to follow me there. And now let's get into it.
Vocal evaluation.
Oh, they're getting a little stones? That's adorable.
I'm very confident that I can get a stone in the vocal mission.
For the vocal evaluation,
Okay, we like a confidence.
A lot, very hard.
Okay.
Quite nervous, but hopefully it goes well.
Okay, I like her. It's good to be nervous, but it's also good to have, good to have a confidence, not overshooting it and not going too low. All right.
Okay, let's start with KG.
Woo. Oh, look how huge she is. She's a blondie.
Okay, so at the regional auditions, we talked about your singing a lot. Yeah, I was very impressed about how skillful your vocals were.
But you don't touch me, 'cause if you did, baby, I would judge you too.
You have such a strong voice. Your pitch is perfect, but your talking voice and your singing voice is too different.
It's an interesting problem to have.
Which is that little twang.
Well, she has a lot of frontal resonance. There is a certain style of singing in country. She would be adored, adored and loved, right? But I understand that maybe the versatility of that can be a little bit of a problem.
I don't want to hear that I'm perfect because I want to fix my mistakes and
Yeah, but it's not easy. Apply your own talking voice and cadence to your singing.
Ooh, that's hard. 90% of people, no, maybe not 90%, but majority of people do have issues to actually utilize, because you can utilize your speech voice. You do. Actually, it's the simplest way to learn how to sing very naturally and healthily, I would say, is actually utilizing your normal voice.
I think that could be a home run.
Okay.
So what song did you choose?
I chose Easy on Me by Adele.
Okay,
Oof.
so excited to see you sing.
Thank you.
Okay.
That song is tricky, not because it would be particularly hard, because there's a yodel included, so you have to know how to switch into your head voice and back to your chest. But you have to carry the tone. You've got to be confident in that, and your head voice needs to be strong enough to really make that flip nice. I've heard a lot of people did this song.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in the
Derivative.
Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to.
Yeah, she stopped with that pressure. She's opening up a little bit more than before. But one thing that I really want to say is that even in the higher tones, you see that she's pretty relaxed. And the E there, I don't know how high it is. Is approximately that high. Easy on me, baby. A lot of people will go very strainy into that tone. Right? And one thing that I really like about her is that the tones, the singing doesn't stress her out because she's not doing anything that would be really laborious for her singing. You can tell. She's dragging a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, she's a little nervous. It's absolutely understandable. That flip was a little bit unprepared, but it was really beautiful. She has gorgeous tone quality. She's beautiful. No strain. It's really nicely done. Everybody's like terrified. It's like this is the person we're supposed to go against. Oh my god. Like you can see the atmosphere like freezing around her. She has a little stressed stance, so a little bit of a tense shoulders and a little bit of a head forward, which is probably caused by the stress. I think the more she's gonna get more confident and comfortable and less in a comfy space with singing, and it's not gonna be this like audition thing. I think she's gonna get better with that. But her voice is beautiful. And really a point from me for not straining that either. She's not entirely out with her voice. There's a little bit more of movement that she would have to do, but also at the same time, for the short span that she had, she really did a massive amount of work.
You were great. You were
Yep.
great.
Thank you.
There's a little, the country twang still left, a little bit left here and there, but knowing how much you got rid of it makes me more optimistic.
Why are we trying to get rid of it completely? Like it's special. It's original. Why are we trying to get rid of it completely?
Get rid of it a little bit more. I think you can be the vocal for the team if you end up making the team.
Ooh, main
You
vocal.
have an amazing voice, and that's something I cannot teach.
Thank you.
And it's just so good. It's your voice, KG.
Thank you.
She's so cute.
You did
I
so
actually
well.
liked her little country twang.
No.
Kendall was freezing when she heard her sing. Kendall was like, "Oh no, oh hell no!" And now Kendall just found out that she's got to go right after her.
I can't wait to hear you sing because you're just so good with expressing your emotions in your own way. It's not a typical way how you express yourself. It's just you.
Oh, she's so cute.
As if you're waiting for a chance to sing or dance so you could express. That's how I feel it.
That's true, yes.
So today, what are you going to sing for us?
Today I'm singing I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
Why are we choosing such difficult songs? Very often I even see agencies like getting their singers, and sometimes not even main singers from the groups, like they take the main dancer and give him a song that is just such a killer, and I'm like, why? Why would we do that? Okay.
That's a big song.
Yeah, I just...
So,
Oof, I'm
how did you
nervous.
prepare it?
A lot of belting practice and practicing using dynamics, as well as just giving my voice a lot of time to rest. I wanna run to you.
Good control. The problem with the songs like this is not that you wouldn't sing it, but can you perform it? Because as a singer, there are songs that you sing, and then there are songs that you perform. And Whitney Houston, you know, I know she mentioned dynamics, but there's a certain also experience that you've got to have and a lot of control over your voice, and just the fact that you can pull the tone through exercise. If you have like, I don't know, there's an F5 or E5, right? Tone. And you can pull that tone through exercise. That does not mean that you can perform this song that has the tone there well. That means nothing, honestly. So just the fact that when it comes to pitch, you can pull the song off, that doesn't mean that you're going to sing it well. And that's why Whitney Houston's, Celine Dion's, hell, I don't know, even Ariana Grande's are really difficult to sing, because you've got to know it's much more in the package that you need than just pulling the tone and being able to sing that tone. So I'm excited. Also the fullness of your voice, just to pull the tone. That's not how you can, you know, it's not how it's gonna land in a performance of a song like Whitney Houston, right? So if you sing, and I will always love you, I can pull that tone, but does it sound that full and vibrant and just filling the entire room with the tone? No. You've got to have experience for it. You've got to have resonance. You've got to have support. So much more layered on top of that. Whew, I'm nervous.
Because allergy season, so my voice has been vulnerable and able to die quicker. I felt more nervous, obviously, just because I wasn't exactly sure what was gonna happen. And like,
the last thing you want in those high notes is post-nasal drip. Come on, girl. Fighting. You can do that.
share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you.
Okay.
I don't wanna have to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go.
She's got a good pitch and she's holding the tones really well, but she's not developing the tones a lot. Again, a straight type of singing you can find pretty often in Japanese too, but it has different dynamics and different tools then to work with. So it's a little bit of a space that's missing in her voice.
Where you don't follow.
But she has strong voice and she's doing quite a lot of riffs too. So
Back again, this passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
a little more.
So don't make me close one
Beautiful
more
mix.
door. So don't make me close one more door.
She obviously knows how to access her mix. And that is sometimes really, really, really rare with the young singers, because they do know how to control their natural chest voice, but the mix is pretty inaccessible. So she has a really smooth entrance to the mix. She has quite a lot of control, and the mix is pretty clean.
I don't wanna hurt
Yeah, she didn't hit this one the way she hit the first one. You've got to go, my arms. You've got to already open, my arms. She didn't open the upper tone, and then the lower one already got shaken. Oopsie.
Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. I have nothing, nothing, nothing.
A little bit more says nothing. I've got to have a sass for that one. And that's sometimes why, for example, when I have super young students, I do not give them songs of a grown mature women, especially if the songs are talking about stuff like that those little 16, 17 girls have no idea about. I'm like, honey, maybe let's do something that you can comprehend, because you don't know what woman scorned with a left with nothing means. So a little bit of a sass, but I really liked how she did it. She put her little tiny sass into it, and that counts.
If I don't have you, oh, you.
Nicely done. That climb down was careful, well controlled. It was not crazy. She went step by step, slowly reconnected down to her chest. Nicely done. Good job. It's a hard song. Listen, if I have any critique, guys, it's a hard song. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, with everybody. Because people say that I'm too nice.
It looked like you're much more tense and nervous today.
Yeah, she was also a little breathy from the stress.
Because of that, the pitches were a little bit unstable. So don't know how to maintain a note.
Yeah. Because for maintaining of the note, you need the note tone development. You can hear how the tone is kind of growing out and opening out. That's how I can maintain and sustain the tone for a longer time. I can sustain it for 10, 12 seconds. Even longer, depends on my, breath capacity.
You're not comfortable, you're not confident enough to really sing.
I think she would be comfortable in a different song. I don't think it's allergies, honestly. I think it was the song.
But how you express yourself is crazy. But how you express
Man.
yourself is crazy.
Oh. See, I couldn't, you know what? Bless JYP, because I wouldn't be able to do this to people. To people, I would melt. Everybody would break me. Listen, I'm a very strict person. I am a strict person. I know I look very sweet, but I can be very strict, and I push people. I push them to be better, do better, excel. But, like one puppy eyes and...
Making it look like a musical. Like as if you're in that situation, and it's never typical. Producing other artists for 30 years, that is such a special quality to find. That is special. You have something...
Especially their age.
So special. You do it when you dance, you do it when you sing.
Listen, I'll package it a little differently, I would say. Not that I disagree with him. I agree with everything that he said. But honestly, I think if it would be pitchy as hell and unstable and shaky and all over the place, doesn't matter how much heart you put in it, baby. There has to be... She did very well for the complexity and just how difficult that song was. She was obviously uncomfortable, but she still did well. So it is really good to balance, like you've got to have the energy. You've got to have that drive and energy, but at the other side, at the same time, still got to push that technical side further and further and be better and do better. She's so cute.
Why are you crying, sweetheart? You did so well. Why? You were so worried about your vocals?
Oh, he's a softie too. You can tell.
I understand. I can clearly see it's not at a mint condition. I can see that. Don't worry.
Yeah, she's
You're
raspy as
special
hell.
enough. I can see through that. Don't worry.
Let me just say one more thing. I have recently seen a little bits of a show, not the entire show, where Soyeon from G-Idol was actually coaching. And if you know me, you know that I have a huge respect for her. She's very, very smart and she's very talented. But one thing that she said, she gave her group the decision to pick their song for themselves. Because she said that that's one of the things that the singer needs to do, which is to be able to properly choose a song for themselves based on their comfort, based on their confidence, technical skills, and I 100% agree. If you want to be a professional singer, if you want to be a professional performer, you've got to be able to choose a song for yourself. And it's, however easy that sounds, it's one of the hardest things. I struggled with that until I was basically an adult. So because I'm singing since my very early childhood, maybe 6 years old when I started to sing. Through my whole teenage years, I struggled with that. It's a difficult thing to do. So a song where you don't underestimate yourself, do not overestimate yourself, you don't overshoot it, you actually show your capabilities, you can translate your emotion to. It's a difficult process to choose a song that's just gonna be perfect. But this is, for example, what happened here. I think that's one of the things that she's gonna need to learn in the future, and that's gonna probably help her very, very much, if not the most, out of everything outside of her technical skills.
Next is Haley then. So,
She's
what song are you
adorable.
gonna sing for us today?
I'm gonna sing Hello by Adele.
A lot of Adele.
Okay, that's not an easy song.
No.
So, what's your interpretation of this song?
Well, I looked up the meaning and what the lyrics means, and she's looking back before, and she wishes she was easier, and she wants to communicate with herself a few years back, but like she's so different now.
So, how can you adapt to that?
This is exactly what I mentioned. Don't give kids songs that they do not understand. There's a reason why Adele wrote that song when she was around 30.
That emotion.
I think
I'm not saying that you cannot sing in the 20. Absolutely do. Go ahead and do. It has nothing to do with it, but we're talking about the ideal performance,
always
right?
been really hard on myself, and so I kind of want to. I think back whenever I sing the song. I think back to when I was like little, like a baby, and I didn't think of anything like that. So I kind of think about myself before and sing the song.
I feel like she had, you know, when you got as a kid in school to find that, to write that essay, and then you just got like 4 sentences and you kept on repeating those 4 sentences to build it up for those 2 pages. It's adorable.
Right.
Hello, it's me.
Oh, baby. She looks so stressed.
Wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet such a difference between us and a million miles.
She has a very beautiful core voice. It carries, but it's a little low for her. That's why she's got a little bit of a flat notes at the lower part.
Hello from the other side. Hello from the other.
She forgot on the onset of the hello from me. She was a little late to that, but she caught up. She caught up. All good.
I must have called 1,000 times.
Come on, baby.
Tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
The tempo of the song is a little lost on her. It's a slow song, and you do not have a lot of like cues as to where it start, right? It's pretty empty, ambient. Most people would not have an issue, but like I see where a stressed little person can have a little bit of an issue too. Start precisely.
Hello, how are you? So typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time.
She's trying to go through the vocal fry there. A little bit of an airy fry there, but now she started too soon. Baby girl. It's a little confusing on set today. Oh my god. Oh no.
Need to talk about myself. I'm sorry. It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side. So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to you. Sorry for everything that I've done.
The first jump in the head voice is good. It's shaky, of course. But yeah, that's why you've got to have your yodel nailed down. For yodel like this, you have to have both stable, core voice and your head voice at the same time. So if one of them lacks, it's gonna be obvious. But she's better than I expected with those jumps.
Tell me, how is singing different from dancing? Because you look like a different person today.
If you have a person that is good at dancing,
it's more comfortable for me, and I can show a more mature side.
But it exactly looks the opposite.
Opposite, yeah.
The opposite.
I haven't seen her dance, right? But for dance, you've got to have that beat in you. You've got to feel it. You've got to feel the rhythm. And we've got a little bit of an issue with the rhythm here. We've got a little bit of an issue with feeling that rhythm.
Out of all the dance performances, you and Kendall had the best expression of emotions yesterday. But today, like, I can barely feel any emotions. Second, you were ahead of the beat the whole time.
So hello from the other side.
I know this is not you. I know this is because you're nervous. And your body language, you're like, throughout the whole song.
With that little hand up,
How can I fall for your song when you're singing like this? You say you're more comfortable when you're singing, but to me, it looked like you're much more tense and nervous today. So, can you?
Maybe
try
she
to
was trying like
explain
reverse
what
psychology. Like, no, I'm better with this. Oh, baby.
I'm not sure.
Baby, don't cry.
The reason you guys are here is because you guys are special. I saw something special in you. So from now on, it's all about learning. You're 12 years old.
She's
baby.
12?
I don't expect anything perfect
Oh
from
my
you guys.
god.
I think I just want to practice even more, and I want to kind of listen.
That was
more
actually
to
really nicely said when he said like he doesn't expect perfection from them, because you're not forced, baby. You're not a finished cookie. You're half baked. You're just getting there.
music
It's perfectly fine.
instead of
It tears my heart apart because I've had so many kids like this. Not just that I taught, but that grew up with me as a singers. And this is a first failure. And you know, most people got through first failure, but then the more obstacles came their way, I saw their confidence crumble, and a lot of them gave up, which is a pity because they were really talented kids. So I hope she's gonna, you know, she's gonna do well. She's gonna be fine. Okay.
Okay, next Melissa. Next Melissa.
All right, Melissa. I love her hair. She's so stunning. She looks like a firecracker.
Okay, so yesterday was not a great day.
All right.
How do you manage to get yourself back together and be focused for this performance?
Yeah, I would just say that I really talked myself. Like said, you know, it's another day.
Yes.
It's a new day.
Yes.
Yesterday's in the past.
That's
We have
it.
a new day. Start
Yes.
So I don't know. I just like your vibe today.
Yes.
I thought you might be.
It's pretty
discouraged a little
admirable
bit,
to have
you
this
know,
vibe
I see
after-
something really nice coming out of you today.
Yeah. After a hard day before. Oh, Keisha Cole. Hell yeah. That's a vibe song.
I used to think that I wasn't running out, and I used to think that I wasn't wild enough. But I won't waste my time trying to figure out why you playing games. What's this all about?
I love her. All right, the diction, the way she's opening every single tone. She's got a little riff here and there. Her tone quality. Ooh, she's a full package right there.
Believe you hurting me. I met your girl with a difference.
Ooh.
And her, you ain't seen in me. I guess it was all just make believe. Love, never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we started kissing, I fell.
Look at that belting phase. Right there. Exactly what we need. Really drop jaw, exposed front teeth. She's doing fantastic. And I can tell you why she's doing this well. She probably grew up listening to this type of music because honestly, very, 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 very smart kids and very, I would say, kids that do listen to their surroundings, study things, very curious kids. Listen to tons of music and they adapt. They try the embellishments that they hear. They try to singing like the original singer. And that's where you have a lot of really good homegrown singers. Honestly, they did not get a lot of vocal training. I'm not sure if she does have vocal training, so I'm not saying if she does or not, but it's obvious that she grew up with that type of music because it is natural to her to use those embellishments. It was not like pushed into her by a vocal coach only. She has roots in there. She feels it. She understands that. She uses those embellishments in a precise way in the good places. Oh, I love that little hand gesture. Woo! She's perfect shape. Like honestly, from everybody, what I was saying, you cannot trap your sound inside. You want to get it out. And this is the perfect example. Every vowel that she's singing is getting out. Out, out, out. Woo! He's like, I'm gonna debut her solo. She's getting the first solo of the group. Yep. This is homegrown. Also the movements. Easy access to her mix, no strain, nicely opened tone, the perfect supports. She's a performer through and through. That little vocal cry there. So head voice is probably kind of her sensitive space that she still needs to refocus actually a little bit more on, but still quite a lot of movement in a head voice. It was a little disconnected, so she kind of chopped it in tiny parts so she can handle it, which is a very smart thing to do. If you would take in consideration like people like Katriinka Aguilera, she would put it in one huge run, right? And she put it into a couple of little small runs in a separate, so she can handle them on their own, and it's not going to just kind of like crumble all together, which was very, very smart. It might not create a big final effect, but it's really, really smart. Well done. But this girl grew up with that music. You can learn actually a lot by not imitating, but like really listening carefully to techniques of big singers. Actually, when I studied on Berkeley, one thing that we did was listen to massive amounts of singers to adapt their techniques, to understand their techniques, to be able to utilize them. So yeah.
That was amazing, Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was such a confident performance as well.
That's what I call singing. I saw some bits and pieces of this young Mary J. Blige in K-pop. I don't know.
Yeah, you can see that his mind was racing as to what to do with this one.
Lisa, you changed a lot of melodies in this song.
A lot of improv.
Not one was a change that I was expecting. Those predictable cliches.
I tried to also make it my own, so I didn't really sound like the artist, but I sounded like me.
Yesterday I was worried, and today you just
I'm not.
blow my mind away. Like how much I'm proud of you.
He would sign her up immediately. Everybody would sign her up immediately. Yeah, I can see that her head voice is something that she's got to balance. If you have a really strong chest register and your mix is stable, the head voice is going to be the next thing we're going to look at. We're going to kind of lean into. But it's like such a little thing because head voice you do not use that massively and that very often. She chose to use it in here, which is perfectly fine, and she handled it well. That is definitely that 10% that is kind of... But everybody would sign her up. Maybe one more thing that I would definitely teach her how to do is a little bit of a cries at the end of the sentences, at the end of the phrases. You can hear it here that she kind of is not sure how to finish that phrase there. It's a little awkward. Right? And usually when you have straight tone and you do not want to use vibrato, because that would be a vibrato finish, right? You are going to use the cry, which most of the K-pop, like 90% of K-pop, because vibrato is not popular in K-pop that much, so 90% of K-pop are going to do a little bit of a cry at the very end. So, and it would be also fitting into her style that she chose there. I actually loved watching this video. Let me know if you did enjoy this. I see a lot of potential. I think JYP definitely knows how to choose his potential future singers. What is kind of though interesting for me and a little bit of a kind of a red flag is for now, I don't see them being too much in a harmony. We're gonna see. I don't know if they are creating one band or they're creating more bands out of this, or they're gonna be some soloists as well. I think this is supposed to create one band, right? If I'm wrong, let me know. I can see them clashing quite a lot though. I can see them clashing quite a lot. I don't know. I'm very, very excited for second part. And I'm probably gonna also go and watch other parts just for myself because I'm really interested how it's gonna go. But if you would like to see the second part, or you would like to see me also kind of analyze Dream Academy, let me know down in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video with me. Please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.